Then Borobudur has four faces. It has four sides: east, south, west, and north. And the main entrance of Borobudur is on the east because of east, also as the symbol of the beginning of life. The sunrise comes. And Borobudur. So what does the mean of Borobudur name? Borobudur means monastery on top of a hill. Yeah, that word is from Sanskrit. But it is not the real monastery. Why? Because no monks live there. Yeah, why no monks? Because no room inside. Yeah, it is massive, just the outside. So this is a monument, but that is more than just monument because we have many symbols. We have many significance. So that monument has 10 levels. So one of examples, so 10 levels represent 10 stages of Buddha's teaching to reach nirvana. So nirvana is the ultimate of life of the truth, yeah, of the like eternal benefit. Then here, Borobudur is not only for tourists, but once in a year, this monument is still for Buddhist pilgrimage. Yeah, this is like Mecca for Muslim, or Vatican is for Catholic, and this is for Buddhist people. When I read in the book, once in their life they come here. Yeah. And in May or June or full moon, this monument is closed. The last time was in 17th of May. It was closed. Then Vaisak Day, yeah, they come to celebrate the birthday of Buddha when he got enlightenment, also when he died. So they are commemorated only by once a year in May or June. Then where and how do they do? In here, they don't visit on the bottom, yeah, but they have to go around on each level. So where do they have to go around? Because they come here for learning. So this is like a school. It is like a university. Then how to learn? They can learn from the carving, from the sculptures. So there are no less than 3 kilometers of reliefs. And the stories are different from the bottom to the other level. Yeah, and then also, when they wanted to go around, they have to do clockwise. Yeah, not like in Mecca, they have to do anti-clockwise. Yeah, here, clockwise. Sorry, clockwise. Because the old Japanese writing is written from the right to left. Then all stories are also started from the right to left. And also 10 times, yeah? So because they have to see many, yeah, 10 levels. And here, 10 levels of Borobudur is consist of 7 levels of square. On each level of square, we will see many statues, many stupas, many carvings, many gargoyles, many apsaras, also many Buddha, the land statues. We have many things, 7 levels of square. But on 8 level to 10, we have no reliefs, yeah, no scenes, no more form, yeah, that is formlessness. And one more on the top is the biggest stupa, yeah, as the crown of the whole monument. And from the first to 10 level, altogether are called one stupa. So the whole thing is called a stupa. Yeah, so stupa also means a pile of earth. Yeah, that is something for buried. It's like a grave or tomb, but nobody is buried inside. Yeah, that is just for symbol. Yeah, so that is also the biggest symbol of Buddhism, but not the most active one. Yeah, because we cannot find any monks every day. Yeah, but once in a year we'll see many. And here, also according to the Buddhist cosmology, 10 levels of Borobudur is divided into 3 main divisions. The first one is the base of monument, at the foot of monument, that is called Kama Dhatu level. Kama means desire, Dhatu means the world of desire, so the transitoriness of life. We have a relief of human desires on the first level, like a drinking. Yeah, the relief are also telling about hope, love, yeah, hatred, and so on. Yeah, we have 160 different stories, or 160 different panel of human desires. Yeah, then the middle one is from the level to 7, that is called Rupa Dhatu. Rupa means face, yeah, or form, so form level. Yeah, and the last one is from 8 to 10, that is Arupa Dhatu. A means no, Rupa means face. No face, no form. Yeah, that is formlessness. So we have and also, ladies and gentlemen, here Borobudur. Yeah, Borobudur is already 1,200 years old. Yeah, so since was built in 8th century. Yeah, but now here is a Muslim. Yeah, but long time ago when it was built, here also was a very great Buddhist kingdom. Yeah, but the Buddhist people had to move in the end of 9th century. Where they moved? They have moved to Bali, another island. Why? Because also the decline of the Mataram Empire in the end of 9th century, and also the transfer of the politics and culture to the east side. Yeah, and coincide the volcano Merapi erupted in 1006. Was very big eruption of 1006, and the local people gave title of the eruption with Maha Prahalaya. Maha means the great, and Prahalaya means explosion. Was very big explosion. So a lot of people died. This place also covered by ash. Also Borobudur. Yeah, when this monument was discovered in 1812, this monument was completely buried. It was like a jungle. Yeah, by ash.
Buried in the jungle.
Yeah, because
Then
no
they
one
uncovered it.
So,
No
to
one-
that high level.
And then
So much
almost
of
800
ash.
years, yeah, this monument was abandoned. Then in 1896, yeah, so the Dutch people also tried to restore, yeah, but the formal restoration was in 1907, yeah, till 1911. And then it was sinking and shaking, and then UNESCO restored it again from 1973 till 1983, yeah, including of the dismantling of stone. Yeah, almost 2 million pieces of stones were taken down. Yeah, then they have put stone back on the same place. Yeah, but they have a number on each. Then before they put stone back, they have put a good foundation inside. They have put a good drainage system, like they have put a pipe and lead. And then we have put something like iron, yeah, like mortar, yeah, and so on. So for getting stronger. So now it's more secure than before. And that in 1991, Borobudur is listed by UNESCO as one of World Heritage. Yeah, just number 5. Yeah. Okay, I think it's enough. How many level? So we go only until number 7. There's another 3 level are still closed. Because still in the restoration. Yeah. Because of ash. Yeah, but normally the people can go.
7.
7. Yeah, 8 to 10 hours.
8 to 10 years.
So we can see Nirvana, but we cannot. Southeast corner. Yeah, but on the east side, where we start to walk around, we didn't see any carpet. Yeah, we don't see any relief. We see stone only.
Yeah.
But actually, at behind of the stones, at behind of the stone are many carving like here. Yeah, but the relief have been covered up by stone since long time ago, and this monument was built. And why? Because to prevent from sliding off. That is for support, for foundation, for protection. Yeah, because probably when it was built in 18th century was not strong enough. No glue, no anything between. They just put stone each other on the end. Then the second reason, because the relief is a taboo. Yeah, it's not good to show. Yeah, because erotic are telling about good, another 108 are telling about bad. And so a Buddhist monk, there are also 108 big. Means 108 is here, one panel, one verse. Yeah, this is one story. So this is telling about the people are in the drinking party, which is some people are drinking alcohol, dance, one sitting man with 2 women, one man also holding pipe smoking. That is kind of drug. You have opium, heroin, and one woman here rubbing the stomach of the lady. This kind of sex with the alcohol. Then go to the left. The middle is the tree of life, and the next one is the result, yeah, is the karma. So the relief on the first also have been written in the book of Karma Vibhanga. Karma means action, Vibhanga means the flow. That's the flow of people life. So we can learn from the doctrine of the love of cows and the effect of good animal. If we do something bad, we got the punishment. Then if we do something good, we got the reward. And what's the punishment in here? We see the people also got a baby, but not happy. Why? Because no one care of them. Why no one care of them? Because in their first love, they never care of the others. They never share to the others. And they look very sad here, and they are begging. Maybe they are begging because no nothing left. They have spent all. Yeah, and one more on the right, that is telling about the good desires. Yeah, we read from the right. That one is telling about a number of people are treating a man who is ill. You saw from the right. Yeah, this is an sitting man. Yeah, here is sick. Yeah, and his friends come to help.
Take care of the
Take care of him. One of them come to massage. Another one here come to give medicine. Yeah, rubbing the body with the herba. And one more here come to give a kind of food. Why he did it? Because he wanted to make his friend happy. And then this one, in the middle is the tree of life, and this one is the reward. and they will get a good result, good karma. What is the result? What is the word? We see the people looks happier than before. So we have woman will be queen like here, yeah, and we have man will be king. So it is also symbol of happy family. So children, mother, father, and with a good neighbor here, with a good friend. So they come to even they come to say hello and so on. Yeah. So we have 106. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Why the heads are not there? Huh?
Yeah, has been stolen. Yeah, by people. Yeah, long time ago, here was no control. And also before they harvest some of them, here also the stone carving, the statue, the stupa stone also have scattered around this place. And when the people wanted to come here, also because no control, so they just took it. But some of them also already been given for souvenir. By Dutch people, by Dutch colony when it was in here in 1896. Then at that time the Sri Lankan kingdom came here. And then we give respect. So that's why also now we have to wear sarong. This is a very new regulation since 2 months ago. So why do we wear it? One of the reasons also we wanted to preserve the traditional batik, yeah, of Java. The second one we want to give respect for one another. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is number 3. Yeah, this is the form level. And on this level we have more reliefs, also more different stories. Yeah, so here one of them is on the upper wall. So this is telling about the life of Buddha. This is the most famous story on here. And the story of Buddha's life is depicted in 120 panel. Yeah, so number 1 is always on the east. And we are on number 27. So sorry, 28. And this is 28. This is Buddha's parents. Yeah, and then from number 28 until number 120 are telling about Buddha's life. Yeah, but this is nice carving, nice story. It is telling about Buddha when he was born. Yeah, so Buddha was born in the jungle. So the name of the place is Lumbini Garden. And he was born in around 560 before Christ. But when he was born, also was really very, very smart. Yeah, he was also, yeah, like already grown up because he was born and suddenly he could stand up and he could speak and then he could walk 7 steps. And recently on each step of him grew up lotus flower. Yeah, so 7 steps, 7 lotus flowers. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that one is Buddha, and this one is a ficus tree. And this one is Queen Maya, and the other ones are goddess. So she gave birth to a son in the jungle, but actually she wanted to give birth to a son in the palace of her mother. Yeah, but on Halloween she gave birth earlier. And before she gave birth to a son, she also dreamed. Yeah, in her dreams that a white elephant appeared and enters her womb, also holding blossom, lotus blossom. Then his mother, Queen Maya, was also very interested in the dream, and she told to her husband, King Suddhodana, and King Suddhodana also was very, very interested in the dream. Then he called it together 64 Brahmins.
Astrologers.
Yeah, and one of the young Brahmins told them that the meaning of Queen Maya's dreams, and the next time she would give birth to a son. And then her dreams come true. Yeah, her dreams come true. Then they got a baby. After 30 years long, she has been married. Yeah, so she got a baby. And the name is Siddhartha Buddha Gautama. Or Siddhartha Gautama Buddha. Yeah. Whom took as a wife by his father. Her name is Gautami, and Gautami gives her name Gautama. Gautam. Yeah, but also yeah, Gautami. Yeah, and his family name is Siddhartha. Siddhartha. Buddha was doing something to make the others happy. And because he believed if he wanted to reach happiness, also minimum he has to make the others happy. So giving is the true way to reach happiness. So because by giving we contribute. And this one is telling about the life of Buddha. This is telling about Siddhartha Gautama when he was still a child, when his father took him to a priest, to the Brahman. And the Brahman predicted that on the next time Siddhartha would become monk. Then his parents was very afraid with the prediction, and then they beg him to get married. He was still young, but also Siddhartha was very lucky. Why? Because his father gave him a lot of choices of women. On the coffin we can find 7. Yeah? 7, 7, 7. 7 is to be a special number.